How we doing, guys? You alright? This is a bit of a different one, this one. As you know, I'm in Morecambe on a bit of a road trip with my mates Steve Bishop, Grumpy Vanker and Green Van Mike, all on Instagram. Now Green Van Mike suffers with a rare condition, it's like cluster headaches. Now he asked me yesterday if he can just talk about it on my channel, and because he's a mate I said yeah, go on then, yeah, we'll have a bit of a chat about it. But he just wants to make people aware of it, because it's a rare thing is what people have, these headaches, and I think the nickname for it is suicidal headaches. Now he just wants to have a chat, so here it is guys. So you had a bit of a rough night then, last night?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Cluster headaches. People need to realise that cluster headaches are probably one of the worst things that anybody can suffer. Yeah. It's not a well-known thing. There's only probably 1 in 1,000 people suffer from cluster headaches.
Is that the suicidal headaches, what they call it?
That's the nickname for them, yeah. They call them suicide headaches because if you go to the medical journal and talk to the medical people, they reckon that cluster headaches is the worst pain that a human being can endure.
Right.
Now I've suffered for 30 years, and over the last 3 years, to start off with, you're either episodic or you're chronic.
Yeah.
Episodic means it comes once or twice a year, spring, autumn.
Right.
But I was like that for 26, 27 years.
Yeah.
And the last 3 years I've become chronic. And a cluster headache comes over your eye, round your eye, and it's you can't explain the pain.
Yeah.
If you said it's like somebody got a poker in your head or a skewer, but that don't tell you enough.
Yeah.
It's so much more than that.
You suffer quite a lot, don't you?
Well, that's why I've become chronic.
Yeah.
I can have up to 6 cluster headaches a day. But then the thing about it is they don't know what causes it, so there's no cure.
Right.
The only thing they can do for you is manage the pain.
Right.
But they can't manage the pain to that extreme because the medication you take, or I mean, I'm on Christ knows how many tablets a day.
Yeah.
And I've gone through every tablet I've had. Well, the last time I went to London, I'm under a London consultant. I had 36 injections starting
Jesus.
from my eyebrow, going around my head here, both sides, and then 2 massive injections right in the back, so it can go under your skull and into your brain.
Yeah. If you're waiting an operation, aren't you?
I'm waiting for what they call an ONS operation, which is a occipital nerve stimulation.
Right.
And that involves putting 2 probes.
Yeah.
They cut your back of your neck by about 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah.
And then they go in and they place these probes into your brain.
Right.
And then they put wires down through your neck,
Yeah.
down to your chest, and you have to have a battery pack inserted under your skin,
Blimey.
in your chest.
Right.
And that will pulse electric pulses to the nerves to deaden the nerves. And it's only a pain management.
Yeah.
It's not to cure it.
Secure it.
They can't cure it. They don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's rare, and it's not something not a lot of people suffer.
Not a lot of people suffer.
A lot of people never heard of it. I've never heard of it until I met you.
No.
So you started talking about it.
But you've got so many different after effects with the medication you're taking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sleep. I've got constant headache all day long.
Yeah.
Because with the medication and you get what you call a shadow headache, and the shadow headache is the pain relapsing and just still there, but it's not the pain, it's the ache of the pain, the ache of your brain. And when you're fighting pain, I don't know how people realise about fighting pain, but fighting pain is probably the one most tiresome things you can ever do.
Right, okay.
I've constantly got no energy.
Yeah.
It's like I've come here and really I've come here to get some fresh air, to meet up with you, and to just get out of the house, because otherwise I sit in the house.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the energy to do anything.
Yeah.
I have to fight to get up, to get washed, to get dressed. Some days I don't get dressed. Some days. Last week I went to bed twice in 7 days.
Bloody hell, Mike.
So it's
not good for mental health, that either, is it? You know what I mean?
The mental health side of it is bad. I mean, as I was saying last night, the contemplation of suicide is quite high at times.
Yeah.
Because when you're fighting this, and you're fighting it all the time, mate, it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
And I just really don't understand. I've gone to the top surgeon in the country is in London, and I'm under him.
Yeah.
But there's something like a 2-year waiting list for this operation.
Really? 2 years? 2
years. I mean, it's not a 2-minute operation. It's it's quite intense, because it's very invasive, going into your brain.
Yeah.
And if that don't work, then there's only one more operation I can have, and that's what they call a deep brain surgery. So what they do then, they cut open your skull here, take your hairline back, they take a piece of your skull out, and they insert probes into your brain from the top, and feed the wires down the back of your head to this same battery pack. But I just don't know how long I can take it.
No.
I really don't. I was suffering last night.
Yeah, you were saying this morning you were suffering.
Yeah. And I'm just so totally tired, just exhausted, because I don't sleep.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it's like, you know what I mean? A lot of people
don't understand it, and I wish people. There's a group on Facebook. I'll give you the link, Bri.
Yeah, I'll put the link.
Put the link on, and I wish people would just look at it and try and understand it. Because it's like anything where people say, "Oh, you're not disabled. You're fine. Look at you. You don't have a wheelchair. You don't need sticks." I can't work.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've worked all my life. I spent 10 years in the army fighting for my country. I'm a veteran. And you know, I've seen Northern Ireland. I've seen the Falklands.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, I've done all that.
Yeah.
And now I need help.
Yeah. But.
And as much as anything else, mental health is probably one of the biggest issues. Because you just don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you know, I try to keep myself clean, I try to keep myself shaved, and you know, I do my washing and everything, but sometimes it's a struggle.
And you do try to hide it sometimes, because I notice that myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can tell.
You're
suffering.
Oh, absolutely. You've seen me, you know, sometimes I just have to walk away and say, look, I've got to go and lie down. And lying down don't help me, but I have to get myself away from people, because I don't want to.
Quiet, don't you? Peace and quiet.
Not so much that I don't want them to suffer because I'm suffering. You know, I don't want to spoil the get together with people. No, I don't. It's just that I don't want people to. I don't want pity.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not after pity. I'm not a pitiful person. I just like people to try and understand that there is these diseases out there. It's not a disease out there. It's a syndrome. and people need to understand that these syndromes are out there, and it's not all visible.
Yeah.
It's hidden.
Yeah.
And you know, I've seen people, and I watch people, you know, and I think there's people a lot worse off than me.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
But people don't see the mental side and the suffering what other people go through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of,
I know.
you know, it's a difficult one for people to understand.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to be more aware.
Yeah.
Of what we suffer from.
Yeah, yeah.
My eyes go, I mean, it's like now, I've got this headache, and my left eye now is... See, the other thing is with cluster headaches, 9 times out of 10 is the one-sided.
Yeah.
Well, the last 6 months mine's gone what they call bilateral.
Right, okay.
So I get both sides.
Okay.
And that is proper painful. You might have it one side, one attack, and then your next attack might be other side, or you might just have one-sided all day long. But you might have both sides, and when you've got both, and the problem is the only thing what I can take to stop the pain is these injections I take. I'm only allowed 2 in 24 hours.
Right, okay.
So if I have 4 attacks,
No, the 2.
and I've got to try and work out in between if that attack's worse than the one what's coming next.
Yeah, yeah.
So when do I take my injection?
Right, yeah.
Because it only lasts for one attack.
Right, Jesus. Right. Wow.
So I had to, if I have 4 in the day,
Yeah.
I've only got 2 painkillers. And I mean, I've tried all sorts. I've tried so many different tablets.
I bet they're in touch with you.
I feel like a guinea pig.
Yeah. I seen this morning taking.
Well, I think I took about 6 or 7 this morning.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like people, like, if they've got pain, they can go to sleep and sleep
That's
off,
right.
can't they? But I know you can't.
I
because
can't.
It's that severe.
That's right.
You can't sleep through it.
No.
So if you've got an attack during the night, you get one during the day, you're up day and night, aren't you?
That's it. But over the years, I've done all sorts. I've banged my head against a brick wall. I've put ice on it. I've put hot water bottles on it, and there's nothing can stop it.
Yeah.
And I've curled up crying like a baby because the pain is so severe.
Yeah, a big geezer, man, can't you? You know what I mean? So,
Listen, I've had a few beatings in my life, and I'm not worried about the pain. I can take pain. I was a mechanic for most of my life, and I've done all sorts of stupid things. But there's only so much pain a person can take.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
and you know. But I just want, like I say, all I want is people to be aware of what cluster headache syndrome is.
Yeah.
So all I say to anybody is look it up.
Yeah.
Don't just think you know about it. Actually Google it
Yeah.
and look it up. Look on the site what you've got the link on,
Yeah.
and try and support. You know,
Yeah.
try and support everybody.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description below, guys. So it'd be good if you could just read up on it. I didn't know anything about it until I spoke to Mike about it. And it's not a nice thing.
It's not. I won't wish it on my worst enemy.
Come on, buddy, get down. Right, nice one, Mike.
All right, mate. No worries.
Thanks
All
for
right.
thanks for talking to us.
No
about
worries.
that.
I hope people, you know, just take a bit of notice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'll put the link in, guys. Please, if you will, just have a quick read through it and get to understand it a bit better. Because like Mike said, it's very rare, there's not many people suffer with this. Mike's a good friend of mine, so I thought we'll have a bit of a chat about it. So yeah, thanks guys.
Green Van Mike on Instagram.
Yeah, Green Van Mike on Instagram, go and check him out. Top guy, top guy. Cheers guys, thank you.
Cheers.
Ta-ra.